Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here, data downloader Zen. Once again, thank you Hydros for the early data mines. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got in store. The biggest thing, or the thing that we know right now, is the yellow Syn Shenron Zenkai Awakening. When this guy came out, he wasn't that great, and for them to make him the Zenkai Awakening, I'm going to assume he's just going to be designated bench, but maybe this guy has a shot. I'm not really sure why they're Zenkai Awakening this guy, but let's just go ahead and see what he can do. They're really focusing on bolstering this guy's defenses, it sounds like. They said that he weakens powers on cover change, so I assume that they're going to really hyper focus on that, so he's going to need some really good disrupt, maybe some way to nullify buff effects, just so that he doesn't become Rising Rush food. We have the kit up here, so let's go ahead and see what he does. Alright, so Syn Shenron, main ability, randomly draw one new card if you have 3 or fewer, restore on health by 25% and keep by 40, cancel attribute, downgrades out of normal conditions, downgrade minus 50% to health restore for 30 counts, plus 30% to damage received for 30 counts, and plus 10 to special arts costs. I think this is all the same, it's just now he randomly draws a card. I think before he didn't have that, so that's fine. Alright, passive 1, applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. 80% to damage inflicted and 60% reduced damage received. I think he has some decent defensive multipliers. I think at 14 stars he was sitting at the high 160s, so by the time he gets his Zenkai Awakening he should be at the mid 180s, so that shouldn't be too bad for him. The following effects occur when health reaches 0, activates once, restore health by 30%, 30% damage inflicted, nullify unfavorable element factors for 35 counts, destroy all your enemies' cards, and seal their main abilities. Okay, I mean, that's fine. The last thing you want to deal with whenever you have a disrupt and you have the endurance popped is your opponent just pops a main ability and finishes you off. It kind of sucks in that way. This is pretty big for him, now that I think about it, because I'm pretty sure this guy had no multipliers outside of the Rising Rush passive. Your opponent had to use a rush for this guy to seem good at all. Next passive, the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restore ki by 30, 60% damage inflicted, activates once, and enemies are hit with the attribute downgrade, plus 5 to all arts costs for 5 counts. Applies the following effects to self when an ally or enemy activates a Rising Rush. Hey, I'll take that. They got rid of the fact that your opponent has to go for the rush. You can trigger this too. That's really good. 60% damage inflicted and 100% to Q recovery. So take in Omega Syn Shenron from what? 80% there, 30%. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna count that one. 80%. 60%, 200% damage inflicted after the rush. It's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. He doesn't have high offensive stats. I think it was in the high 230s at 14 stars. So that means he's probably going to be in the mid 250s. Probably not the highest multipliers paired alongside the stats, but I think he should do okay. Next passive. The following effects occur when he's changing cover. Okay, this is the most important part. It seems like they want to focus on his defenses, and if they're going to do that, the meta right now is that you take away buff effects in some way, shape, or form. That's absolutely important now. So when he changes cover, nullify own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 15 counts, activates 3 times. Okay. I wonder if they're gearing us up for a red soon. I wonder if the next LF is red, because believe it or not, we are due for another LF this month. If you remember last year, we got the purple LF cell exactly the 3rd week of this month last year. So I'm thinking next week we're going to be seeing another LF. The theme that we get is going to be based off of that LF. I'm not really sure if Syn Shenron is a clue to anything. I don't know if they're implying that it's another yellow LF or what, but I can't help but wonder if this is them gearing us up for a potential red LF, maybe focusing on this guy having type neutral, because right now how many red characters do you see in the meta? Shin and Corrupt Zamasu. That's pretty much it. So he reduces ki, randomly destroy one enemy card, activates 3 times. That's all right. Inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade minus 10% to special move ultimate and awaken arts power. I was actually hoping for a lot more here. Minus 10%. to special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power. Yeah, I don't know, Chief. I think you're still gonna get one shot by G4's ultimate. Now, applies the following effects to self upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Draw a blue card next. Restores key by 50. Ooh. I wonder if this is for you to try and get a heavy hit in before UG4's unique gauge will proc. I don't think Syn Shenron has the multipliers or the stats to get a one-shot in, but who knows? Maybe you can gear it up for it. Because you just get access to a heavy hitting move right away. You land one card, the unique gauge is only up to a third, boom, hit him with the blue. Next. Shorten known substitution count by 10 when the enemy activates an ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is on standby. That is something that they teased in the tweet. So him being a rush merchant is fine. Next, applies the following effects to self every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Restore health by 5%, activates twice. Activation count resets if the character switch, that's not bad. 30% to damage inflicted, putting him at 230% damage inflicted post-rush, post-hit 3 times. Also reduce enemy key by 30 if own remaining health is 50% or below, activates once. So you already take away 40 key when you cover change and kill a card, but you'll snatch away another 30 key if your HP falls below half. That's okay, it's gonna catch people off guard. I know for a fact that will. Not a lot of people expect that. The following effects occur after the enemy attack is over. You get 20% to damage inflicted for 15 counts, cannot be cancelled, putting him at 250. Inflicts, increases your own card draw speed by 1 level. Activates once, and inflict on enemies with the attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received. I'm not really sure what to think. He doesn't really stand off as anything that wildly impressive to me. He seems okay. I like a secondary option. If you don't have, say, Super Baby 2 for a yellow GT team. For yellow GT unit, you would probably throw this guy up there, but I'm not exactly wowed by this. Certain restrictive passives, the disrupt doesn't seem that strong, and because he doesn't nullify buff effects, I'm really worried he's just gonna get one shot by UG4's ult, or Super Vegeto's just gonna rise and rush the guy. So I don't know. We'll have to see in game. Thankfully, we'll have a showcase for that. So be on the lookout for that. Zenkai ability is yellow and GT. No surprise there. Okay. Next, his blue card. So deals massive explode damage. Upon activation, he gets a 30% special move damage buff. He gets a Dragon Ball, which is clutch. The following effects occur on hit. A portion of the damage will be dealt to the enemies on standby, which is nice. And you have a 50% chance to reduce enemy Dragon Balls, which is cool as well. Unfortunately, the one character that you would want to deal with not getting a Rising Rush has Dragon Ball protection, so Screen card. Randomly draw one new card upon activation. Applies the following effects to self upon hit. You get 40 key, you get cover nullification for 5 counts, and you get a Dragon Ball, and it's chainable. That's good. He had no other cover null. 5 timer counts post green is a little bit short, but hey, at least he has it somewhere in his kit. I'll go ahead and take that. He seems okay overall. I don't really think he's a standout. He doesn't seem to be on the caliber of, the support Goku, the revival Gohan, any of those guys, but that's not to say he isn't bad. I think he'll do okay. We'll see in the showcase. Next, it seems like the 6-year anniversary is gradually coming to a close, and they're gearing us up for some small events. We're having a little after party here. Conquer the tower and get 1,000 chrono crystals. So it sounds like a difficult event. You just got to go through these guys and you go ahead and get yourself 1k CC. Hopefully you guys pull the units that you want with that 1k. Best of luck on that. Next, here's the little after party thingy that I was just talking about. Events and fantastic rewards. Here's the Zenkai battle for Syn Shenron. This is super cool. These are all the villains that we saw in their little cinematic in part 1, where both Gogeta Blue and Super Vegito teamed up. You'll notice that it's 6 bosses. Ultra Thanks Raid. Aim for amazing rewards with allies from around the world. I don't know if this is one raid that changes to 6 bosses, or if it's 6 raids not coming out all at once, meaning that's a lot of rewards being refreshed in the exchange shop. I don't know. Next, you know, push Rising Rush damage to the limit. I think this event happened before. I don't remember, but I think this has happened before where everyone was trying to get 99 million or something. So that's cool. They brought this event back. Here's the little after party thing. LFZ power is a big win. They've been giving a overwhelming amount of LFZ power in this anniversary. I've had the opportunity to get a couple characters up to 9 stars just from LFZ power alone. Hopefully you guys have been able to do the same. Next, we got a Legends Ultimate Pickup banner. Super Baby 2, that's cool. A little bit upsetting because it would have been nice if this guy was featured on maybe, say, an Ultra banner, like Ultra Chi 4, so it feels like his banner has a little bit more value. But here's the big one. Everyone else is future. It feels like there's little to no reason for this guy to feel advertised. I know he got a plat equip, but if you're gonna advertise them because it got a plat equip, why wouldn't you put Vegito Blue as well? Do you know what I mean? I wonder if this is just meant to be foreshadowing for what's coming next. Like you can see this as like, oh, you know, the GT buffing is coming to a close. We're opening the floodgates for giving Future some buffs. Because in my personal opinion, I think after this anniversary wraps up, the next theme is Future. We'll buff up a bunch of Future, and then once that is done, we'll head over to the Tournament of Power for Legends Fest. Those big celebrations are multiple themes. They could stack on Future with Tournament of Power, movies in Tournament of Power, whatever the hell they want. My point being that I think Future comes up next. Next, we got more Hoi Poi, Yippee. Legends developers, I am pleading for a automatic Hoi Poi exchange because I don't want to sit there and tap the screen for 3,000 Hoi Poi coins. I already know some people are going to say just use an auto clicker, but I'm telling you, you should be very cautious about that because the developers will be able to check all of your inputs, and if they see you press the exact same X pixel by Y pixel space 3,000 times, it's going to give away that you're using an auto clicker, and I'm pretty sure that's against terms of service. So I'm not gonna jeopardize my account and risk it. I'll go through it the hard way, but this is a quality of life change that I think we would all benefit from, so why not? And then next, here's the format for the raid. For all of you that have been here for a while, you'll notice that the boost characters are all the premium characters from the last couple anniversaries. First year Super Vegito, second year Vegito, third year Gogeta, fourth year MUI, fifth year Go Frieza, and sixth year being our good friend Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. All right, next we got the stats for Syn Shenron. Big thanks to Saxophone, the one true GT main, for providing this one here. I think this is actually pretty impressive. He's sitting at 193k defenses. That's a lot higher than I thought it would be. But the big thing is the offensive stats. We were just talking about this. I thought they would be sitting at 250s for offensive stats, 180s for defensive stats. What this? Don't forget to take away 13,000 because the display maximum stats has the arts boost system as well. But you know, mid 190s, low 270s. That means that Syn Shenron might actually be pretty impressive. That super quick blue card draw after using one card might actually hurt quite a bit. That might be a very smart play. And then finally, it looks like there is a new plat equip. This is for Super Saiyan God and Saga from the movies characters. So pretty much specifically this one God Goku. Max HP, double defense, 15% to pure defense if you're fighting with 3 God Key battle members, and then 12% to strike attack if you are a Super Saiyan God or God of Destruction character. That's kind of interesting, but it's pretty clear they want you to run a full God Key setup with the God Goku alongside Beerus. Maybe that is why they didn't give God Goku any buff nullification, because they expect you to run him with Beerus or something. Either way, kind of interesting that they gave him a plat. Maybe they're completely aware that the guy is not going to be tanking too well. I think them releasing him and then 2 super dominant purples was, let's just say, pain, and a bit disrespectful to people that look forward to Super Saiyan God Goku. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying that, you know, the guy is just a wash. What I'm saying is they put him in a pretty tough situation. This is like throwing a 10-year-old in an NFL football field and expecting him to perform, kind of thing. He's going up against a stack lineup, and maybe these equips reflect them understanding now that it's probably a bad idea. Either way, I think that pretty much covers everything. Yellow Syn Shenron Zenkai, a bunch of events with a little after party, some equips. Overall, not too bad at all. Plenty of raids. Hopefully you guys are getting all the CC so that you can summon for who you want, whether it be Ultra G4 or the LF characters. But let me know in the comment section below what you think about the anniversary as a whole, what the after party is looking like, and what theme we could be jumping to next. I really do think it's going to be future, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to be Movie Saga and Majin Buu Saga again. You let me know in the comment section below, but until next time, be on the lookout for the showcases. Peace.